Hi there, my name is Chris. Let's make a show. My goal on Monday mornings is I want to see if I can find some stuff that might not have been in a highlight package, but that can help our fantasy teams going forward, and maybe a couple things that are fun. Let's start with two fun plays from Lamar Jackson. This one, obviously, I think you probably did see. Lamar Jackson is an unbelievable runner. He's the fantasy cheat code. The Bengals are just terrible on defense, but that is an incredible touchdown run by Lamar Jackson. But I think this is the play that's the true nightmare for the NFL. Again, it's the Bengals. All caveats apply. But this is a grown-up NFL throw for Hollywood Brown's touchdown in this game. You'll see on the replay, the Bengals blitz. Sean Williams is the free runner coming right up the middle. And instead of ducking his head and running around, Lamar Jackson hangs in and takes the hit and lays it in perfectly. And it's not terrible coverage. We all know Lamar Jackson's having an MVP-type season. That's largely because he's been unstoppable as a runner. But if he does that kind of thing, throwing the ball consistently against real defenses, the Ravens will be legit threats to win the Super Bowl. Let's go to another game and talk about Christian Kirk, who had missed 3 games consecutively early in the season and hadn't found the end zone in the 6 games he had played in. Yeah, so logic would have it, he goes out and scores 3 times on Sunday. Thank heavens I had him ranked exactly 1 spot ahead of the immortal Zach Pascal in my Week 10 ranks at harrisfootball.com. I did call him a buy low last month. I think I had him around wide receiver 24 this week. Well, let's watch how he did it. Actually, so first, here's a miss from Kyler Murray to Kirk in the first half, and you can see Murray gets pressure and doesn't step up and sails one. You can also see, however, Kirk has gotten open, and a perfect throw would have sent him on his way. And here's what tends to happen when Murray doesn't blow a throw long. Kirk is fast and smart and strong. I really like him as a player. I think Vernon Hargreaves here thinks he might have help to the inside, but there's nobody close, so it might have just been wrong on Hargreaves' part. Either way, absolute perfection. Again, I'll say not the best defense on the second touchdown, but you see Kirk's speed. That's Ryan Smith, the corner, late getting over, caught peeking into the backfield, and we'll see ya. I think and hope that if this great day for the Cardinals by Christian Kirk convinces his fantasy owners of anything, it's that when the Cardinals are aggressive with the quarterback, with Kyler Murray, Kirk isn't just some dude. He's not some shrinking violet check down guy. And then wrap it up. How about a nice bit of concentration on a more typical Arizona route? Hand-eye coordination as Devin White tips the ball, but Kirk still makes the play. It is still real hard to love any single weapon in Arizona's passing offense for as long as their typical game sees Kyler Murray in the mid to low 200s in passing yards every week, but he wasn't there in this one. They unleashed Murray a little bit in this game, and when and if they do that going forward, I think Christian Kirk will be his best guy. Will you be watching Monday Night Football? Big game, Seahawks at Niners. If you're going to be watching anyway, maybe you don't have a natural rooting interest, maybe looking for an online sports book. I've had an account at BetDSI for 5 seasons now. It's where I play. This one has Niners giving 6 at BetDSI. What do you think? Do you like that Niner defense? You like Russell Wilson getting points? If you're looking for a place to play the games, try BetDSI.com. I really enjoy it, and we have 2 promo codes for you. Go to BetDSI.com, and if you're a frequent player, use the promo code HarrisTube. They'll match 100% of your deposit. If you'd rather make a couple of bets and then maybe cash out, use the code HarrisTube5. They'll match 5% with no extra volume requirements to cash out. Either way, I love BetDSI.com. Okay, we're back looking at stuff on film that might help you understand Week 10 better, and I know there are probably a whole lot of you out there really angry at Jared Goff, Cooper Kupp, Todd Gurley, and the rest of the Rams' offensive weapons, and Goff probably deserves some blame, and I'll get to that in a second. But as we cycle through the offensive lowlights in a truly excruciating game of offensive football for the Rams and the Steelers, I hope you're seeing a common thread here, because in one short calendar year's time, one trip around the sun, the Rams have gone from one of the most dominant offensive lines in the league to this mess where the running backs are almost constantly stuffed. The quarterback is under siege before anything can develop downfield. True to their pedigree, the Steelers blitzed, they threw everything at the line, and the Rams' only answer was 12 dump-offs to Gerald Everett, which any defense in the free world will gladly accept. Robert Woods put some desperation numbers together late. Kupp was completely shut out. Gurley had a few moments where he could breathe and get going, but thereafter was largely stuffed. And no Rams runner, no matter who they tried, could really do much. Gurley's numbers look okay, never got close to a touchdown. Oh, I hate to say it, we are dealing with a Jeff Fisher-level offense right now in which nothing works because that line is fully gummed up at all times. It's hard not to use the Kupps and the Gurleys of the world, but they just are not attached to the incredible wagon from the past 2 seasons. And as for Goff himself, I've just shown you plays where he really did have not a lot of chance, but he is not blameless. This is a terrible decision. Obviously, I'm not even sure his main target is open if Joe Hayden isn't standing there waiting for the interception, reading Goff's eyes. You ask Jared Goff to go win a game, to do a lot. I think you ask for trouble, especially with this offensive line. The Rams aren't a wagon, and their wagon master makes too many mistakes when he gets off schedule. Next up, the Browns won. They pulled it out late against the Bills, and Nick Chubb overall had a fine day. But it sure could have been finer. Did you know he was stuffed 6 times from inside the Buffalo 2-yard line? Yup, there was also a missed 1-yard connection with Odell Beckham, and then later a throw to Jarvis Landry where I think they were on the 2 and he got tackled at the 1. They had a goal line inside shovel pass to Chubb that was incomplete. It is hard to be thoroughly incompetent, quite to this extent, down near the goal line. In the end, it was the immortal Rashard Higgins who scored the winning touchdown, doing no fantasy owner in the world any favor whatsoever. Maybe most importantly, Kareem Hunt returned from suspension, 4 carries, 7 receptions, most importantly, 38 snaps. That is certainly more than I expected. Quite a lot of plays with him and Chubb on the field at the same time. Kareem Hunt is a factor. We're going to have to stay tuned to that one. Okay, Joe Mixon, not terrible at football. What it looks like when he gets a crease, cool. I like that 7-yard gain because he's decisive and he's fast. When they pitch it to him and actually sprint a couple of lead blockers his way, Mixon will look even better. And with all that speed, will still crush Earl Thomas at the end of a run. And then on the same drive, you just fail to block the end because of a missed assignment, number 99 there, Matt Judon. You get a 4-yard loss, and trust me, I watch every play, I watch the film every week. When Mixon doesn't perform, it's because his offensive line does knuckleheaded stuff like this. But if the quarterback can somehow find a way to not get killed by yet another blown assignment and run around a little bit and then get Mixon the ball in the flat, you want to watch Mixon put Patrick Onuasor in the torture chamber? That's a professional NFL linebacker standing there, 3 feet away? Does he even lay a glove on Joe Mixon? Hey, the Bengals are winless, and they got blown the heck out of this game, and they don't score many touchdowns, and Mixon got stuffed on his one chance from in close, and their line isn't good. But it played better. Even when the score was close in the first half, it played better. And now, granted, later, Mixon benefited from a little bit of run-out-the-clock time, but these past 2 games, Rams-Ravens, not slouch opponents, not slouch run defenses, finally some creases for Mixon, dare I say, maybe more creases for Mixon than for Gurley. Hopefully, Joe Mixon is turning a corner. And lastly, just a quick note, I sometimes get asked why I never rank Ted Ginn particularly highly. I mean, golly, he's Drew Brees' number 2 receiver. Doesn't he have some weekly upside? Which I guess he does every so often. But there's a reason we call him Ted Duck Jr., and it's because he's got duck hands. Now, these 2 drops that happened within 5 minutes of each other, I don't know if they're even going to be categorized as drops because one of them's pretty hard, the other one, it's kind of a drop. But yeah, mostly this is what I see from Ted Duck Jr. on film. Start him at your peril. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.